YouTube, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Right now we'll be reacting to a video. Apparently there's new information that surfaced, let's say, regarding the whole Diddy situation. I'll be completely honest. Haven't really kept up with what happened. I know that he did something wrong, but what he did exactly, I don't know. So this is going to be new information for me. So yeah, let's check it out.
All of you probably know by now, they finally caught the dastardly diddler. P. Diddy has been arrested, and I imagine that scene looks straight out
Hmm.
of Batman Arkham Asylum when they have like Joker strapped to that thing walking him through the insane asylum. This guy
Hey,
is a menace
yo.
that terrorized the entire music industry for decades. I've gone over his lore a lot, so I'm not just going to regurgitate all of that. There's a lot of new things I want to talk about that's been happening as a result of him being arrested. The first thing that happened almost
Interesting.
immediately is they put him under suicide watch. It was like a speed run to get him there. I don't
What?
know if that's standard protocol or if they found something that made them believe he might hurt himself, like he was smuggling razor blades in his butthole, or
Hey,
maybe they were worried that
yo.
without baby oil he'd just take his own life because he doesn't know how to live without baby oil. I really couldn't tell you. Maybe this is
What?
just
Nah,
textbook
that's
procedure. That's
crazy.
what they're saying it is, calling it procedural suicide watch for high profile clients. But I've only seen this once before in a case like this, and it was Epstein. And in his case, it was more like suicide don't watch because it didn't really do much. Very suspicious, but we're not here to talk about that. Point is,
Uh,
though, this happened immediately upon him being taken into custody for the most part, like within a couple of days. And since his arrest, tons of clips and videos and information about
So apparently he's been arrested. This is new. New information. I didn't know that, but I guess he was.
who associated with P. Diddy has been coming out, and it's a lot of big celebrities. P. Diddy was a
Uh-oh.
very well connected person. There were huge names at
I mean,
his
he was.
freak off events. There's a lot of people that absolutely knew what P. Diddy was doing.
Are we
And
going to
there's
spill some tea?
going to most likely be a lot of big celebrities that get
Hit
implicated
me.
in some heinous shit in their connection
Oh,
with Diddy.
whoa.
One person right now that a lot of people are having their eyes on is Usher. I mentioned Usher as well when talking about P. Diddy being arrested, and it's
Not
because
Usher.
Usher has gone on record talking about his time at Puffy Flavor Camp, which again I think is the most
Hmm.
on the nose shit ever. Like that just sounds like an evil diddler organization. Puffy
It
fucking
does.
Flavor Camp. So anyway, when Usher was a kid in the 90s, he lived with P. Diddy for a year at this Puffy Flavor
What?
Camp. And he went on Howard Stern's show and talked a little bit about his experience, kind of vaguely, but mentioned multiple times that there were things going on that he just couldn't understand and probably
Huh.
shouldn't have been experiencing. When asked if he
Because he
would
was a
send his
kid.
kid to a Puffy Flavor Camp, he said, "Hell no." This is someone who lived through the evilness of P. Diddy and
Witnessed
did
it
nothing to prevent it from happening to others,
in
like Justin
4K.
Bieber, another Puffy Flavor Camp veteran. A lot of Bieber clips have surfaced from when he was a
Hmm.
kid in Hollywood, and it is fucking foul. Not just in relation to P. Diddy, but in general, the way Hollywood like
I mean, basically, how it's common knowledge nowadays, knowing that all of the kids, like from the 90s and 80s, those celebrities that we used to watch back in the day, all of them who grew up, in that spotlight in Hollywood, some weird stuff was going on. Some of them ended up, you know, ending their subscription with, life. Some of them just their life started declining because it just effed them up mentally. Some of them actually persevered and just, kept it within, used it as motivation to, prepare, uh, propel. Is that the right word? Fucking English. But you guys know what I'm saying. But yeah, it wasn't easy. Same thing with Nickelodeon. If you guys know, you know. You know that Drake and Josh. There's so many cases, so many different cases. It's crazy. It's normal. It's kind of like normalized. Like, you know what? Let me stop. I'm yapping right now.
openly sexualized him as a kid is absurd. Like that shit is crazy. Anyway, though, back to Usher. He's never spoken out against Diddy or anything, whether that's out of fear or maybe he really thinks
I'm
that
assuming it's
what
fair.
happened to him is just the norm in Hollywood because P. Diddy was so connected and so many artists went through him and were put through horrible shit with P. Diddy because they were convinced that they had to go through that in order to be
Mm,
successful in the industry because P. Diddy told them that and
kind of
people
like an
told them that. P.
initiation.
Diddy would be like the kingmaker. So you'd have to be, be fucking
Mm,
waterboarded by baby oil and all kinds of like depraved shit for P. Diddy in order to be
nah,
successful.
that's
Otherwise, he might ruin your career before it even starts. He was the boogeyman of the industry.
come
So
on,
whether
man.
Usher is afraid of what P. Diddy might have on him or if he doesn't view what happened to him as like a bad thing, I have no way of knowing why, but he's never spoken out against Diddy, which has made a lot of people really suspicious of Usher. And then yesterday, he deleted all of his tweets. He then put
Uh
out a
oh.
quick statement saying, account got hacked and damn y'all ran with it. Crying emoji, crying emoji, crying emoji. See you tonight. I mean, I don't think there's anyone on the planet that believes that. You'd have to get up pretty early in the morning to try and pull this fast one on someone. Like, who in the world would take that hook, line, and sinker? You're telling me a hacker went on your Twitter and the only thing they did was secretly delete all of your tweets? Who was the hacker? Your PR manager? What? Usually, when an account gets hacked on Twitter, two things happen. Either it starts spamming slurs and like unhinged tweets,
Yep.
or it starts promoting crypto scams. Why would someone hack him just to scrub his Twitter from potentially damaging tweets that might be used as evidence potentially? Like the timing of that makes no sense. That must be like the most helpful
Absolutely no
hacker of
sense.
all time. Who hacked this guy? Captain America trying to protect him or something? Like what? I can confidently say that's a load of baloney
Nah,
right there. That is
Captain
some dirty
America's
barnacles.
crazy.
Usher did not get hacked. But maybe there's a chance he himself didn't go through and delete them. He might have had one of his managers do it. Like that's
Probably. He has the
possible, I
money.
guess. But either way, it doesn't matter. It was a
I
conscious decision to go through and
guess.
scrub his Twitter.
Shout
It
out to
had to be. That's the only thing that
our
makes
DC
sense.
world.
Diddy gets arrested, and then a few days later, his whole Twitter account is scrubbed, and he had a very close relationship with Diddy. I mean, that's super suspicious. And then to try and claim that it was a hacker who did it
That's
secretly, like
weird.
what? It just
Let
doesn't
me
add
stop.
up.
Let me
It doesn't add up.
stop.
Now, there was another celebrity who also scrubbed her Twitter, and it's Pink. I saw her name
Hmm.
floating around in regards to like scrubbed Twitters as well, where people were claiming Pink had just scrubbed all of her tweets as well because of Diddy's arrest. So I looked into that because I'd
Uh-huh.
never heard about Pink and Diddy being close or anything, but I
Same
also wasn't
here.
the most tapped into Hollywood and the music industry
Same here.
connections. And
I
what
don't
I
care.
learned is that Pink didn't just scrub her Twitter in light of Diddy's arrest. She actually deleted all of her tweets back in February. So 7 months ago,
Hey,
she did
yep.
that
Nah,
as
she
a
was
way of just stepping away
prepared.
from social media because she said she didn't enjoy
She
it.
was
So it doesn't sound
prepared.
like it has anything to do with Diddy. And from everything I've
Yep.
looked
Yep.
at, she's never like been publicly around Diddy. Like it doesn't seem like they're friends or anything. I can't find anything of her talking positively about it or attending one of his freak off events or anything. You know,
Maybe people are trying to connect dots that are not even there. Like, oh, why did she? I mean, that's what I thought at first. Why did she delete her tweets all of a sudden? What you call that? And then, like, was she trying to like prepare herself beforehand? Did she know that this was going to happen? So she was trying to like protect herself? I can, you know, I wouldn't blame someone who would think like that, but I mean, he said it first. It's like she never, she was never seen in public with him. She has no type of connections with him. But then again, hey, this is what we know. Behind closed doors, just saying.
I don't see any connection like that, so I don't think she deleted her tweets because of P. Diddy. I do believe Usher did, though. I don't think it's some kind of coincidence that his
Probably.
Twitter account gets mysteriously hacked and he has all of his tweets deleted after P. Diddy's arrest and after the public becomes really well aware of how many people P. Diddy was close with. That
Hmm.
just, something smells a little fishy there. So I think this is just the beginning of celebrities and P. Diddy like putting the spotlight on the awful shit that they were all privy to. Like I
Yep.
said, P. Diddy is a very well connected person for
Yep.
decades. Apparently, he
Yep.
was also a big enthusiast of filming some things at these events and would use some of it as like dirt on people that attended them. And that'd be another
What?
way he'd use to keep people's
Nah.
mouths shut about some of the stuff that would happen there.
Nah,
But
this guy.
I do think that the tapes will probably get confiscated at some point, and I think that
Hey,
information will probably lead to a
yo.
lot of celebrities getting into
That
some big hot
that's
water.
blackmail, right?
Now, there is a celebrity that I
I
haven't
mean,
mentioned yet that has been in the spotlight a little bit as a result of P. Diddy being arrested, and it's Kevin Hart. So, Kevin Hart is in a P. Diddy video. At one of the freak off events, Kevin
nah,
Hart
listen,
is
I
there.
love Kevin Hart.
And
Please, please,
people are
please don't.
claiming that
Please
after
don't.
P. Diddy got arrested, Kevin Hart closed all of his restaurants. Kevin Hart has a fast food chain called Hart House, and they are claiming that he shut down all of
Man,
those restaurants as a result of P. Diddy being
not
arrested, trying to like
ah.
get ahead of it. But from what I can see, he actually closed down those restaurants a week before P. Diddy got arrested, so that might not be the reason for it, but
I
it
hope
also
it's
could be
not.
because I
I
think everyone
really
knew this
in
day was
my
coming with P. Diddy getting arrested because so much
in
evidence has been coming to light so quickly. So there
in my heart of hearts, I really hope Kevin Hart has nothing to do with that guy. I love Kevin Hart. I There's not a movie out there that Kevin Hart was not in or featured in that I haven't watched. I've watched all of his movies, all of his, like skits, stand-ups, everything, literally. Uh, so I would really hate to find out that Kevin Hart has some type of connection with that guy. I don't mean that guy. I mean, but yeah, like for the love of God, I hope that's not the case because you really don't know. Maybe he just shut it down because I don't know. It could be anything, literally anything. So yeah,
is still that chance, but I do think it's more likely Kevin Hart shut them down for other reasons outside of that, and
I
that
hope
Kevin
I
Hart is probably still guilty of some horrible shit at these P. Diddy events, but I don't know if that was the
excuse me.
reason behind closing down the restaurants. Again, though, I do think there's going to be a lot of information that comes out about a lot of celebrities as a result of P. Diddy's arrest. So just
I
wanted to give a little
can
update here because
imagine.
there's a lot happening quickly when it comes to P. Diddy and this arrest. So that's
Yep.
about it. See ya.
Hey, listen. Again, I really hope that Kevin Hart has nothing to do with, you know, Diddy. Uh, and yeah, I just feel bad for all of those kids that we used to watch growing up, back in like uh those Nickelodeon days, those like those sitcoms back in like what is it called? Disney XD and all of that. There were some really horrible things going on behind closed doors, and we just figured out like a couple of years ago. They came out, they confessed, and it's like, wow, all of these things were happening and no one knew about it because those certain people that were at the top, like this guy, Diddy, has so much connections to where, like he said, he has video evidence and he used that video evidence in order to like, you know, suppress things down. Like, hey, watch out, I have proof. I'm gonna use it against you. Actually, blackmail, basically. Uh, yeah, I mean, I I don't want to say I'm excited, but I want to see where this whole situation goes, what what's going to unravel, and yeah, I can't even say I hope you guys enjoyed because this is not a situation where you're supposed to enjoy. But if you guys if you guys found this video helpful, I guess, please like, comment down below, and subscribe. More videos to come in the future. Hit the notification button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.